Baruch. Boker Tov Rabotai. We're here on this wonderful 49th day of the Omer. Congratulations to everybody who kept the count all the way until the end. We have Bezrat Hashem Mincha Minyan this afternoon. Will be 7 o'clock. Bezrat Hashem. Both Minyanim will be praying together in this very room. Bezrat Hashem. That's going to be 7 o'clock tonight. Sivanya Vechelam we're going to have at 11 o'clock the Tikkun reading, followed by at 1 o'clock we're going to have Shiur, 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock we're going to have Shiur also, followed by Shacharit tomorrow morning at 4:15. Next tomorrow morning is 5:25. Next, and that's how we will be praying by Bezrat Hashem. It's advisable to get your rest today, take an afternoon nap maybe, or just to lay on the couch for 10 minutes after all the preparations done, of course, and thereby a person has enough koach to stay up all night. The ma'ala, the level of a person who stays up all night in Limud Torah is very, very great. Like the Zohar HaKadosh writes, that you inherit an inheritance for yourself and for your children in both worlds, in the spiritual world and in the physical world as well. You want to be healthy, you want to have parnasah. A lot of that's dependent on Leil Shavuot. But again, the point is not to stay up. The point is to stay up and learn Torah. Those people who have a hard time staying up, they have anguish, they have mamash tzar, lo yicholim, or people who are scared they're not going to be awake for shacharit and they're not going to pray with kavanah. It's more important to what? To pray shacharit with kavanah. So I would advise to those people, before you go to sleep, read the 3 psukim. The Tanakh. It's going to take you about 2 hours, and then you can go to sleep and come back in the morning. We're going to have 2 minyanim, one at 4:15, and one's going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning by Bezrat Hashem. But again, the point is to be awake for Shacharit and Musaf, and the point is to give the, manifestation of Kohot into where they belong primarily, and that is the Shacharit and the Musaf. Staying up all night, it's important, it's very great. I personally will be staying up, and so too everybody here. But the goal is not to stay up, the goal is to stay up, to learn, and to pray the Shacharit. Let's learn one halakha. The halakha writes, HaSocheret HaPoel Lishmor Et Dirato. A person on Shabbat is allowed to, how do I say this right? Do things that you're allowed to do. For example, a mashgiach is allowed to watch the merchandise in the restaurant, no problem. You have a babysitter, she wants to watch your children. She can work, she can watch your children on Shabbat, no problem. However, when it comes to getting paid, that's when it becomes a slight problem. Why? A person should not get paid for Shabbat work alone. Now when we say Shabbat work, we're dealing with work that's permissible. Watching something, watching your baby, watching your house, that's all permissible. Washing your dishes, and that's so much nizela. To get paid for that individually, to say here's $200 for Shabbat, that you're not allowed to do. The sachar, the reward, the payment for Shabbat has to be behavla'ah. It has to be combined and absorbed into the payment you do for other jobs. For example, a mashgiach works Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Shabbat. So when you pay him for the whole week, and thereby you include the Shabbat payment into the payment of the rest of the week, and therefore you don't have explicit Shabbat payment, and that's the correct mechanism. And so too for babysitters, so too for chazanim, so too for anything. They shouldn't be getting paid only for Shabbat. If a chazan only works on Shabbat, you tell him, here, I pay you for your preparation, for your vocal lessons, I don't know for what, but it shouldn't be just for the holy Shabbat. Maybe you should pray a minha before Shabbat and get compensation for that as well. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen, amen.